what does freedom mean to you personally? I mean, from an intellectual point of view, how would you define it? Or, yeah, and how do you experience it in your own life? Like, what does it mean to you? Because I remember this interview, Charlie Rose asked Milton Friedman one time, why do you engage in this, defense of freedom so much? You could be an academic and not, go into the public sphere and debate all these people. And Friedman answered, I don't really know. It looks like he had this drive to fight for freedom, but he did not even know where it came from. So what does freedom mean to you, and why are you so committed personally as a public intellectual and academic to promote this essential value of Western civilization?
Because I was born free, and I have studied in my career the lives of the unfree and have tried, in the way that Adam Smith recommended, to empathize with those who are unfree. Let me give you two brief anecdotes. I was writing the history of the Rothschild bank and family, and early on in my research came across a letter from one of the 5 sons of Meyer Amschel Rothschild, Amschel, the eldest, who lived all his life in Frankfurt, who was born in the ghetto. The ghetto then was a narrow street, only one street, with extraordinarily high, stacked and crowded homes. As a consequence of the French Revolution and the disruption of the laws against Jewish civil rights, for the first time in his life, Amschel Rothschild was able to buy real estate, property. And the first thing that he did was to buy a garden. And the letter that he wrote to his brothers describing his first night sleeping outdoors in the garden is one of the most moving letters I ever came across as a historian. As I read this letter and as I was writing that chapter, I thought of Beethoven. I thought of the prisoner's chorus in Fidelio. Oh, what joy to breathe free air. And I wept. At that moment in my life, I think for the first time I fully appreciated what it is to be free by imagining Amschel in that garden. When I met Ayan, I met somebody who had gone on a similar journey, who'd grown up a girl in Somalia, had spent part of her childhood in Saudi Arabia, had been in the Muslim Brotherhood in Kenya, and who came to freedom through experience, through rebellion against an arranged marriage, through study at the University of Leiden, engagement with some of the great texts of the liberal canon. And she has also helped me to understand what freedom means and how much it matters, and how we have a moral obligation, an imperative to free the people who are unfree, the people who are slaves, of which there are terrifyingly large numbers today, the people who live under unfree states in totalitarian regimes. Those people are enduring what Ayan endured as a little girl and what Amschel Rothschild endured as a young man, unfreedom. Those of us who are born free have a moral obligation to liberate, and that's my motivation.
And we hope that you will keep on with your excellent work for many decades to come, and you are a role model for us here in Chile, and I think all around the world. And I thank you very much for being here, sharing with us this time.
You're very kind.
Thank you,
Thank
Neil.
you.